Former Nagaland Chief Minister and top NPF leader TR Zeliang today said that newly appointed Interlocutor for Naga peace talks, AK Mishra, can break the ice and take the peace process forward. While maintaining that different stakeholders were interacting with AK Mishra since last year, Zeliang said that the Intelligence Bureau officer was able to gain the confidence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to pursue the decade-long issue besides being familiar with the NSCN-IM. And talking exclusively to our Kohima correspondent Sarah Konyak, the NPF leader added that the new interlocutor has a better understanding of things.
We have been interacting with him since last year. So he can break the ice because he has taken the confidence of Prime Minister. And Prime Minister authorized him. So I think there should not be any doubt that he can break the ice. Because you know how it has been prolonged for so many years. What is the reason behind? He understood that. I don't think this will belong. As I said, AK Mishra has been talking to them for the last almost 1 year. So he knows all the points. And he knows the contention of this NSCN-IM. What do they mean? So they have been interacting for the last 1 year. So there should not be a problem, according to me.
And TR Zeliang also pointed out that the formation of an opposition-less government will help in reaching out to the NSCN-IM and the 7 NNPGs with a common approach. While urging the 14 tribes to form a single apex body, Zeliang said that coming together of these 60 MLAs and the apex tribal body will make it easy to communicate with the centre as well as the negotiating groups. In a significant statement referring to the past, the former Chief Minister said that the civil society groups had contradicted each other, which had confused the centre and led to division between the NSCN-IM and the NNPGs. While creation of one voice will help the newly appointed interlocutor as well as the negotiating groups to understand what needs to be done to achieve the solution.
So, if they resume the talk, I think now, as you have rightly pointed out, having opposition-less government, 60 members together can make one approach to both the group, 7 NNPG and then the NSCN-IM. And we have appealed to the 14 tribes that you should have one apex body, so that all the organizations did not write to Prime Minister, Home Minister, or they did not proceed to Delhi and give different versions. But if one apex body from Nagaland is there, then they will be authorized to meet the interlocutor, meet both the group, and in line with what we discuss or we decide. So 60 members together with the apex body, I think it will be easier for communicating each other. Otherwise, in the past, all the civil societies, they counter each other, which confuse government of India, and they confuse themselves, and the Naga negotiating team are also, both the groups are also divided. So one voice, 60 members is not going to have dialogue, but with one voice, if we make approach to this two negotiating group and meet AK Mishra, I think they'll understand where to land and amicable settlement can take place. This is our belief.
And TR Zeliang said that people are wishing that the vexed Naga issue would be resolved before the Christmas. Talking exclusively to Northeast Live, Zeliang said that if this happens, then it would be a Christmas gift for the state. Zeliang believes that if the two groups, namely the NSCN-IM and the NNPGs, come together, then the issue will be resolved amicably.
We wish that this Naga issue is resolved before Christmas. Last year also I mentioned, it should be a Christmas gift. But the two groups having parallel talk was the hindrance. One is prepared to sign, the other group still keep on negotiating. But if they come together, there should not be a problem.
And while commenting on the appointment of AK Mishra as the new interlocutor, Zeliang said that it is a good sign since Mishra has been in talks with the NSCN-IM since the past 1 year. The NPF leader said that it is positive to have one interlocutor to resolve the Naga issue at the earliest. While lauding the efforts of the centre, TR Zeliang said the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very sincere in approach. However, Zeliang said that it is important to hammer out the differences, particularly those related to flag and constitution, which can only happen if both the sides are sincere.
So now, after the governor, the present governor, R.N. Ravi, demitted his office as governor, the new interlocutor has been appointed. So we don't know how this AK Mishra will take it forward. But he has been talking to NSCN-IM for the last 1 year. So I think this is a good sign that having one interlocutor for Naga issue to resolve the Naga issue at the earliest. And according to my understanding, Prime Minister is sincere and AK Mishra is also sincere in his approach. Only they have to hammer out the differences on certain points, say for example like a flag, constitution. Otherwise there should not be any problem. And that can be also resolved if both sides they are sincere towards this Naga solution.
Meanwhile, TR Zeliang informed that there will be a joint meeting of NDPP, BJP and NPF on September 18th. Only after that, the further proceedings to change the nomenclature of PDA government to United Naga government would be made, Zeliang added.
BJP has given its note green signal for the formation of an all-party government. When can we expect the formalities and also the joint meeting of the NDPP and NPF?
Not only NDPP and NPF, but BJP, now they have got clearance from High Command. BJP, NPF and NDPP will sit on 18 banquet hall. So we'll finalize everything on that day. Then formally, the government will have to write to Speaker that changing the nomenclature of the government, PDA into NUG, and copy to governor. That complete the process. So let's see the outcome of the 18 meeting.